Yeah.
Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we are playing Tales of Friend. It has been roughly 2 months since we played. Or more correctly, when I actually uploaded it to YouTube, where that's how I actually have record of when things happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last session was session 3. You all compared notes. You went to the room. You found tables and canisters, pipes, notes, thick tea, tools, fought a desk. There was a fire. Opened a drawer, found a book that changed some people's life. For the better or worse, we shall find out. But we ended as you were all walking and you were looking up into the pretty much the center of where the tubes and chains were in the center of the room.
What's up there?
Well, there's a bunch of tubes and chains.
In the center of the
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Aside from if there's anything else in there, like tubes, chains, anything coming out,
Yeah.
with
So
blood on it.
yeah.
just the setup before Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
Yep.
So roll me a perception, Jorvik.
Right out the gate. That is a whopping, with a -5, 13.
Okay. 13. There are, like, you do see that the pipes come from the two different canisters. They come in. The ends of them seem to have ended above you. And, like, some of them look like they're broken or, like, dislodged. The chains, there were the runners that went to the desk that's behind y'all. And different parts of the room, and they all seem to be, they converge here. So that's what you really see with your 13.
All right. Not much here. We should probably leave.
Yeah. We could just go look over the equations, figure some things out.
Yeah, we're banging on the finish track.
Okay.
What?
The big wind chime.
Oh, yeah.
Very musically inclined. Okay. Interesting.
I mean, I can't, unless you want to give me a piece, I can't.
I'm not a lifting model or
I will grant you this request.
All right.
Grant the request.
So there's a half orc lifting a dwarf with
a Drogar.
yeah. Okay.
So I need you to roll a strength check.
14.
14. You get him up. He seems a lot more dense than you feel that he should be, but you get him up. You are still pretty far from the ends of the chains and the pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work.
Okay.
We can go down.
Okay.
That's future.
Okay. As they're looking up, I lose interest and I'm going back and just staring at the forge. If there's a forge in the back of the room.
Yep, definitely in the back of the room, which you've already taken the anvil and all the tools, and your tools are in their place.
Yeah, I'm just staring at it, looking at see if I can find anything that's different from a normal forge.
Okay, roll an investigation.
Natural 20.
Okay. You can definitely tell that the outside of it is like a regular forge, but you're kind of tipping your head down, and it looks like there is, like types of a tile that's been put inside the forge.
Okay.
And looking at it, you're like, with your natural 20, you're like, oh, so it deflects the heat. So it's actually the whole forge is a consistent heat, not just.
Okay. I'm gonna take my hammers and chisels and start
All right.
trying to remove the tiles.
Okay, do a dex check. Well, actually, that would be tool proficiency, so
Huh?
you should be proficient with your tools. To do that,
Yes.
so.
So it'd be 14 plus proficiency is 2 is proficiency, so 16.
You break some of the tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But this definitely takes you a long time because they were.
I don't have a concept
Yeah,
of
no.
time.
I'm just letting you know for everybody else. So, Scene just went over there and started taking apart part of the forge, and also the with your natural 20 the baffle that for
the billows.
the billows. Yes, the billows are actually on instead of like a foot or a pole. There seems to be like there's a crank that you can do a time, and then there's weights and everything, so it actually will be consistent. You can set it to that. Have you seen like those instruments that there's like a crank and that the ball bearings drop?
No.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to show me this.
Yeah. Well, it's a very interesting apparati, and so pretty much that's kind of what's going on to
Okay.
make this perfectly timed for the billows, which the timings. So I'm gonna search that out and send it to you quick.
Okay.
So what is Rafnabu and Jorvig doing?
Trying to remember if there's anywhere we haven't really searched this place yet. 'Cause,
Okay.
We'll look at that. If not, then I'm gonna go over see what I can get.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have any leads to enter this space. Huh?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Can I roll some sense to see if there's anything we have left out or anything we missed?
Yeah.
Or I guess an investigation, whichever one.
Investigation would make more sense. So you like double checking and going through.
Yeah. 10.
Who could I ask to find out who was on shift for guard duty in this this area on that day?
That was you.
Oh,
He also makes the wind.
That's how.
Alright.
Remember, that's how you got over there.
I need to roleplay that out. Second. Oh, we could ask the guard
Do you see
who's
that
on duty. That was who, if they saw something happen.
What's that?
Dang it.
Hey, so who was renting this when you were on guard? Do you know? We're trying to figure out.
I know, I'm a really good guard. I'm good at guarding things and knowing peoples. It was obviously. I don't know.
You could roll a history to see if you recall anything.
Give me a moment to scratch my head and think about it. How's a 3 sound?
Yeah, you do not recall at all.
Oh, yeah, he smelled like she was made of cheese and was baked in a brick oven that was upside
I think we've all been there a time or three. So I rolled a 10 for my investigation, by the way.
Okay, well, you went through and you're pretty certain that Rafnabu and Jorvig have definitely searched out this room for clues, and you definitely know that Scene is making sure to loot this room to the best of his ability.
I'm gonna go over there and offer my services.
Okay.
Hey, do you need a hand with anything?
Let me see your
Is
hands.
there anything I can do to help?
Let me see your hands. Okay, those would be most useful. There's a wall right there with, see that brick right there?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Punch it really hard. And
Okay.
that would help.
I go over there and I punch the brick really hard one time at first to see what happens.
All right, roll an attack.
And I use my spike cestus.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 19 to hit.
You definitely hit.
All right. That is going to be 10 damage.
Wow. You mess up the brick a little bit.
Rapid fire after that. I start speed bagging it.
The same brick?
Yeah.
Okay, roll again with advantage because you've hit it prior.
If I miss this brick, I'm going to be very upset. So that's a 2 and a 7 plus 5, so that's going to be 12 to hit.
Well, you barely hit it.
A
So, like,
stationary object.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, you're aiming for a single brick, so it kind of makes sense, but yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be another 10 damage.
All right, cool. You destroyed the brick, and if you start trying to pat away the remnants, there seems to be another brick behind it.
Okay. Start reaching forward, trying to.
Well, it's all mortared in, so
Grab the boot. Bring your hammer.
It's a mall, but okay.
Bring Betty.
This is an endearing name for it.
Yes.
Okay, I will bring Betty.
Yes. Hit there.
Who you should place bets on.
Yes.
I am here with Betty, who will take me out of Detty, who I once found on a jetty.
Is she ready?
it's full of confetti.
Betty. Oh, she makes my enemies confetti.
Yes.
Okay, what do you want?
Oh, hit the wall right there where I was punching. Let's break through this sucker.
Bang. Alright, there's a does a 25 hit.
Yes, it definitely hits. Roll some damage.
Okay. Freaking smoke the wall.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, give me a second. 12 bludgeoning damage.
Boom. So you bust through the brick next to and below the one that Jorvig took out, and your maul hits into that other brick behind it.
You're welcome.
Do you try to clean
Thank
that?
you.
Do you try to clean that out, Jorvig?
Yeah, try to clean it out and see if there's anything special about this other brick.
There seems to be another brick behind it.
Why have you asked me to deface the bricks?
Because Scene said to remove this brick, there might be something here. So I hit it again, like, and this time out of frustration.
Oh,
All right.
A miss. That's an 8 to hit.
Yep, you definitely miss. You do, for whatever reason. And spark.
I feel like it goes in slow motion, and my eyes just kind of fall into it, like, what just happened?
Yep.
Can you do it again, Rathnabu, please?
does a 17 hit?
Yes, it definitely hits.
Alright, this time about we're gonna do 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, 14. So a bunch of the bricks on the outside are starting to kind of fall off in about a basketball size, and the layer behind, those are kind of busted up. That third layer, that one brick that you saw is kind of going towards the opposite direction.
You will be paying for this defacement, yes?
Sure.
Okay.
And I start push. Can I push it through?
Well, you can push a few bricks, and you can see through it.
Okay, I'll push through and see what I can see.
Roll a perception.
I'm using a different dice because that one is going. It's going. Perception. With a 12, that would be a 7.
7. Well, even with your 7, you notice, what the heck's going on over there?
Huh. Can you see something? I don't know.
You from the hole, that's what you hear, and there's a little bit of light you see, but you're not seeing really past the dust.
Hey, who's in there?
My name's Gregory. What are you doing on my wall?
Trying to figure out what's here. Something bad happened in this room. We were investigating Lady Luna, and
Use the door.
you wouldn't have. Where were you when all this went down yesterday?
Coming through a little
Yeah.
hole in the wall.
I was working in here. What? You can come through the door.
Do you have any documentation?
Are you threatening me?
Well, I might have to if you were part of the whole.
I'm
thing
gonna-
that went down where people were stealing stuff.
I'm gonna talk to the arena, like I'm gonna talk to the 7 about like the damage here. This is ridiculous.
I was 6 here, 5 to 7.
Well, that makes it very awkward. Hopefully, I'm gonna talk to your supervisors.
Go ahead. It's the elf one.
The elf one. Oh, okay. Well,
The small one will pay for the defacement of the brick.
Well,
what?
I'll have it
Rafnabu, is that you?
Gregory?
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry about that jerky giving you the gut gurgles, but
Oh, yeah. So good, I understand. Hey, did I use my ear holes correctly? Did I listen to you say you were here the other day?
yeah, there was a big bang, lots more bangs, and then I just kind of hunkered down and made sure that I didn't have to deal with that.
I'm so glad you're safe. And I rub their head.
Like through the hole, you're like barely getting through. Like,
Yeah.
Thanks, Rafnabu. I'm gonna go back to
No, wait.
what?
Clutch it. God, wait. Gregory, who rented this place yesterday?
I don't know. It's like
good question.
they were always busy. I really like they were here before me, and they usually left like after I'm here kind of part time. It's not the easiest to rent this place out, so I got to have other jobs.
Gregory,
Yeah.
how big is your brain? How big is your mind noodle?
Probably an average size for my species.
Please come through the hole in the wall. We need your assistance.
I'm gonna go through the door.
That is a better option.
So you hear this pitter patter of some feet, and then you pitter patter of feet in the hallway, and wow, that you guys just went past the rope like nothing. And there's this like bushy looking furbolg kind of comes through. He's got his like droopy ears down, and it's like, well, this is an interesting place.
Yes.
Sorry about your wall.
Thank you, Gregory. You're my favorite.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let's we can stop it right there. That's okay. There's a boundary that I seem to have crossed in the past, and I step back.
Yes. You passed rope.
Yes. So you're figuring out what happened?
What we're trying to do, yeah.
We have big mind noodles. We are figuring out what happened.
Oh, okay. That is fantastic, Rafnabu. I will.
I want you to compare my mind noodles thinkings to yours, though.
Okay.
To see if your mind noodle was as big as mine. I exercise my mind noodle daily.
Okay. How do you want to compare said mind noodles?
You tell me what your mind noodle thinks happened yesterday.
Well, from what I heard from the random meetings, that there was a force, we still don't know who it was, busted through the roof, and there were altercations throughout the arena. The only thing is this was a lot of the different workshops were infringed upon, but this is the only one that had major damage.
Yes. Good. Why?
Why? Well, I'm guessing the force that attacked, their goal was this one, and something that was in here.
No, Gregory. Why wasn't I invited to the meetings?
Oh, oh my gosh. I'm guessing. I'm guessing they already. You already knew. You already knew the information. So why would you? What you can definitely see through his the furbolg fuzz that's on his face. There's perspiration. He keeps looking at Jorvig and then back at Scene, who keeps chiseling at the forge. I totally think that they were. They believe that you had it handled. You get really close.
We'll roll an insight.
Okay.
6.
6. Oh my gosh.
I am not rolling well tonight.
I'm trying to figure out, like, it's an insight and you rolled that low. Like, how I'm trying to figure out how Jorvig would perceive this.
Well, if it makes you feel better, it was an 8, but with a negative 2.
Oh no. Oh
I'm not very smart and I'm not very wise.
Yeah, there you go. That's you can. It's a coin. Flip a coin. It makes it easier. It makes life easier. Good information.
It really
bad
does.
information.
That's so low. I'm trying to
I
figure
know.
out. I'm trying to figure out what Jorvig would be seeing right now.
His name is Punchy.
No, I'm gonna call him Jorvig. That's what we put it right there. Okay, you can definitely tell that that Gregory is definitely very uncomfortable right now, and it started when Rafnabu kind of got close to him.
I kind of go like cool bad cop over there. Like, so, Gregory, clearly you're uncomfortable. And I take my hand with the spiked cestus and put it on his shoulder.
So it's like way up there.
Way up there, just trying, just putting forth just confidence and BDE, and I'm like, why are you so uncomfortable, Gregor? You're sweating a lot.
Big dwarf energy.
Okay, to be candid, I am a little bit intimidated by Rafnabu and yourself. I don't really get out very often, and I'm sweating because I'm just concerned that I've said something wrong. I don't really know what's really going on here. Do you think I know what's going on? Because I don't know what's going on. It's kind of freaking me out right now. And, oh my goodness! Yeah.
Please join us at Gub's Pub later tonight.
We're gentle folk, like fluffy bunnies.
You don't get out. Join us at Gub's. It will give you the yum yums.
Roll a. I don't know if it's a persuasion or an intimidation, so.
I'm going to assist him to give him an advantage.
I'd have to say it was definitely an intimidation how he's taking that. So.
Squeezing his shoulder.
Yeah.
Good. I'll take an 18 for that.
Okay.
Oh wait, advantage. So I roll with. Yeah. Well, okay. How do you like the answer of 21 better?
Okay. Okay. I'll be there at what time, or do you want to go right now?
No, right now we're still talking and using the mind rules just to figure out the conundrum.
Oh, okay.
What is the clock say right now?
And he puts up his arm and there's multiple timekeeping devices on his arm. Well, what time zone?
The Gub time zone.
Okay, we're at that is 3 p.m. or 1500 hours using a different form of time keeping.
Please join us at approximately sunset.
Oh, okay, I will do my best. I'll tell my job that I'll be late.
Do you use your farmer's almanac to figure out when sunset is?
No, I'll actually go outside and check.
What's your second job?
I shovel the streets.
They could probably live without that for a day, right?
I clean up the duty. It's my duty to take care of the duty.
I will pay for your first drink.
I'll get the second. Don't worry. I'll pass the wall.
Okay.
You better pass. But you said you were paying for the public defacement.
I said I will. Calm down.
Anyway, I put my hand on Gregory's shoulder,
Okay.
the other one. No, actually, I put it on the exact same one.
Like on top of your Rick's hand.
Yeah, which is also on top of the set.
Yep. This
Cestus.
cestus. So you spiked. You just spiked your hand.
Yeah, I did. It was worth it though. It's good. It's good.
The one with the magical scarring.
Well, both of his hands have the
Yeah.
magical scar.
I look forward to seeing you there, Gregory.
Okay.
This. We'll see
Be
you there.
my
Blood
buds.
runs down my arm.
Just take one hit point of damage, Ralph Naboo. I'll just put it as that, but it's like it's deep.
Okay.
After that, I'm gonna walk over to Scene and let him know. I removed the brick, man, and there was just a shaky little dude on the other side.
Little is like about 7 foot tall.
My hand is still impaled.
Wow, that's very. Yes, you've come a long way in your research.
Why do I feel like you're mocking me?
Gregory, who else lives on the other sides of the bricks? Must I also smash those walls?
Well, across the hall is just like a straight hall. Like I believe it's actually where the wall to the whole facility is, and then next to me is kind of like the end part, and then on the other side of this one, I know that there was like a utility room which they had, you know, like buckets and cleaning stuff for like cleaning and stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See you at sunset.
Yep, I'll see you at sunset. Can I go back to my the workshop?
You don't need my permission.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no, I know this one. Wait. Can you?
Can I what?
You said, can I? Can you?
Yes, I have the physical ability, but can I with your permission?
You could with my permission.
So do I have your permission?
Did I give you my permission?
That's what I'm asking about.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. he hightails it out of there.
Hey.
Good job, Rapid.
Yeah, I hate that one. Everyone asks, can you?
I get it. I fully understand. How's your hand, by the way?
See through?
Right on. Alright. At this moment, I'm just gonna go stand next to Scene and just
Okay.
watch.
I'll go investigate that utility closet.
Okay. You head over to the utility closet.
Yeah.
The door opens easily for you. There is no light at the moment, but with your dark vision, you can just barely see some shelves. You do see buckets. The definite aroma of some vinegar and things like that to help clean. There's some dirty rags down. So it's just unless you want to investigate further.
Yeah, I will. And investigate using a dice.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, really liking this dice today. Very nice. Thank you for this dice, gods. 18.
Nice. Going in, you do. You start moving some things around. You kind of knock a mop and a mop bucket to the side, and it seems that someone had like there's a silver piece that was underneath that bucket.
Someone's been bribed.
Just imagine it all like changing to black and white, and like going full noir.
Yep.
Buster.
Honestly, actually, that's where our session fades to black as Raf Nabu is looking. Someone has been bribed. And we fade to black.
I just wish for the edit you could make that happen right here.
I know. I wish I had that effect.
Is this thing turning into like some noir detective story?
Yeah, I mean, it's in his mind.
Yeah,
so,
it is. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Like, so we need a fedora for you.
He's looking at you, kid.
Yep.
A pack of smokes that never runs out.
Yep. All right, so we'll cut the session now, and then we'll see you guys next time. Bye.